Hi, Deanna Clark here with the Clark-Esposito Law Firm. I'm here to talk to you today about how to handle potential IEEPA duty refunds. IEEPA, of course, stands for the International Emergency Economic Powers Act. And I can tell you that in the last, 10 or so days, our firm has gotten a ton of calls related to what do we do with this? How can you help us, etc. So, I said to myself, look, importers may be entitled to substantial tariff refunds. We don't know yet how it's going to shake out, but right now we know that they could, and we know that any importer must act proactively to preserve their rights. Importers can face complex procedural hurdles to assert refund claims with U.S. Customs or in court, and this really makes having expert legal guidance essential. So I wanted to share 18 ways actually that we can help. And I'm just gonna, sort of take you through that right now. First is with just an analysis of the legal implications. We can interpret the court's rulings and its impacts on your import operations and tariff exposure. A second way is that of developing your tariff refund strategy. We can design and implement strategies to claim refunds or tariffs, which were unlawfully collected. If it turns out, hey, we all can go ahead and do these retroactively. Now, third method is a customs classification review. This is actually good to do at any time where tariff classifications are re-evaluated along with the duties in light of any potential tariff rolling back. Fourth, regulatory monitoring. So client-focused monitoring on customs policies, emergency measures, and changes in tariff laws, which, of course, right now we have many. Trade policy forecasting, legal forecasting on how U.S. trade policy may shift. Let's see how things can change with you, which tariff authorities might be impacting your business. Sixth method could be IEEPA, the trade statute interpretation. So guidance on IEEPA, the Section 301, the Section 232 duties and future presidential tariff authorities. For information, by the way, related to which executive orders were impacted by the Supreme Court's decision in Learning Resources versus Trump. That was the case in which the U.S. Supreme Court held that the president was not authorized to impose tariffs under IEEPA, the International Emergency Economic Powers Act. Check out our other video, or check out the Clark-Esposito Law Firm's video called Executive Orders Impacted by the Now Rescinded IEEPA Tariffs. Coming back to the list, we're here at number 8. So, we can help prepare customs protests and petitions. So prepare and file protests to challenge duty assessments with Customs and Border Protection. Look at drawback and refund filings. So identify and file eligible drawback or refund claims for duties previously paid. There's importer of record guidance. Not all of you are importing directly, right? You've got an IOR, an importer of record you're using. And so we can advise on IOR responsibilities and rights to pursue refunds or drawback. 11 is documentation support. So to compile, organize, and authenticate evidence of import transactions and duties paid. 12th could be CBP audit defense, representing importers during customs audits and examinations related to tariff actions. 13 is advising on contract and commercial disputes. There were some companies who said, you know what, I'm going to pass those tariffs down to my customer. Well, your customers may be coming back and saying, you know what, if you're getting a refund, we want to be refunded too. So how are you going to manage that? 14 has to do with appeals and administrative litigation. That would involve handling appeals of, for example, U.S. Customs rulings or other administrative decisions. Next, number 15 could be supply chain restructuring advice. We can recommend legal and commercial strategies to optimize supply chains given tariff uncertainty. Number 16 could be having a foreign trade zone strategy, where we're evaluating the FTZs and use of them to reduce duty exposure and improve cash flow. 17 has to do with compliance training. So training for internal teams on customs, classification, duties, duty compliance, and statutory rights. And last but not least, trade agreement optimization. So assessing eligibility for preferential treatment under free trade agreements. We are here, we have extensive experience in working with importers and changes to tariffs. We actually offer a comprehensive approach, undertaking a collaborative effort with both you as the importer and your U.S. Customs broker, where the broker provides technical entry expertise. And as counsel, we can provide legal authority, strategy, and representation. If you have questions, feel free to reach out to us. We can be reached by telephone at 917-546-6997. You can also head over to our website at www.clark-esposito law.com. Schedule a complimentary intake meeting at your convenience. Thanks so much for tuning in. Take care.
Subscribe and click the bell icon so you'll be the first to know when we upload a new video. Check out our playlist if you want to see more of our videos, and comment below and introduce yourself. We'll see you soon.